Hey guys, I'm Ignismaniaco, and I don't have a story to talk about this week, but I have something to talk about, so I'll talk about it. Southern stereotypes. Now, in the South, we know that everyone else talks about the South. Sometimes the South even jokes about the South, anything from rednecks to incest, all fried food. Well, I'm going to go ahead and clear up a few things about those stereotypes. Now, to my knowledge, the things that I'm going to list, I've never actually really witnessed, unless I just live in a little bubble of purity, and everything around me that I've never been to is where all the rednecks and the banjos are located. Anyway, already said it. The first thing I want to discuss is incest. It's not accepted down here. It's not good. It's bad. It's genetically bad, and it's like most societies, it's frowned upon. Now, like I said earlier, I'm sure people up north, in London, or anyone that knows about the South, they've probably joked about somebody who has, love interest with their cousin or sister or brother or whatever. Even the South, I've made jokes. Well, not about myself. Ooh, I've made jokes about, people who have love interest with their cousin or whatever, about people in the South, but it's not true to my knowledge, unless everyone has a dirty secret except for me. You. And I also mentioned this a few seconds ago. Everybody's a redneck. I don't know if you can tell from me. I don't know what I reflect onto you as an opinion. I don't like to consider myself a redneck, and most of the people in my family aren't a redneck. And I'll say most because, I have a few people that I would consider a redneck. Dad, he kind of seems more on the redneck side, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not like a whole institution of people walking around just like playing banjos all day. We're normal people, we just have southern accents. I've never even seen a banjo in my life. Now, I was actually interested in playing the banjo. I don't know why, it just sounds cool. I saw a video about it, and so if I ever learn to play the banjo, I'll come on here and I'll say, you know what, guys? I'm a redneck. But until that happens, no rednecks around here. One or two, dad, neighbor, maybe neighbor, and besides that, no rednecks. Now, another one. Always barefoot. Now, I like wearing shoes, and I like wearing socks. Both are moderately comfortable, more comfortable than walking around with your bare feet. I think every now and again, if someone plays like, football at home or in the yard or something, they'll take their shoes off, which is understandable because I think you can run faster without your shoes, right? Isn't that, I think a science somewhere says that, whatever. But for the majority of the time, I usually don't see people with, in their bare feet. Occasionally I'll see, or mostly I'll see people wearing flip-flops. That's the thing around here, not bare feet flip-flops. And they're rednecks, but anyway. We're not all idiots. Wherever you go, you're pretty much going to find an idiot, whether you're in Alabama or Japan, Russia, whatever. But we're not all idiots. Again, I don't consider myself a redneck, and I wouldn't boast about myself because, I'm very not a genius. I'm about as not a genius as you can get, but I'm not an idiot. I have all the things required, whatever it would be to not be an idiot, enough brain abilities. I'm not doing a good job at sounding like not an idiot, but I'm not an idiot. Most of the people I know or socialize with aren't idiots. I guess the idiots are like bottom dwellers. They come out at night or something. Only a few times in my life have I actually met someone and I was just like, well, this person's an idiot. I've met some people that are a lot less intelligent than me, which that doesn't really say much, but few idiots. No, not all idiots, not all rednecks, not all banjos, And I believe this last one's actually the biggest stereotype of the South, even more than the incest, which is racism. I have plenty of black friends, plenty of white friends, Asian, I don't know, if I knew a Russian, I'd be friends with them, Indian, whatever. There's not really a big racial diversion, at least as much as people think there is. And those are Southern stereotypes that are not true, which I believe by definition a stereotype is something that is believed to be true but not true, or something that's been like a myth or something. But there are a few things that I'll also clear up that is true about the South. fried food. Now, we do eat a lot of fried food. And when I say a lot, I mean we have fried chicken and I think fried pork chops. I can't really name anything off the top of my head that's fried aside that. I know I've been to the fair sometimes and they'll have like fried Oreo balls and fried ice cream and stuff like that, but ew. I've never tried that and I'm not really interested. And I actually don't know, do like state fairs up in the northern areas or other parts of the world, do you guys have like fried dirt or whatever like people think of, because every year they come with something new. Like I think the fried Kool-Aid's a thing. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how fried ice cream happens. I don't understand the physics in that. But every time you go to the fair, they have something new, and they're like, try it, and you're like, well, it's fried, so okay. So if you're not from the South, like if you're from somewhere else, let me know if you've ever been to a fair, they have some bizarre fried food, because I genuinely don't know if that's just a Southern thing, or if it's, like international or anything like that. And another thing is sweet tea. There's a lot of sweet tea around here. Sweet tea is good. Sweet tea is not good for you, but it's good, and I believe everyone I know drinks sweet tea. I don't know, what do you have anywhere else? Is it just normal unsweetened tea? But I've had that before, and that's just water. I prefer sweet tea as well, which goes nicely with you have fried chicken, sweet tea. It doesn't get any better than that. It gets a little, like, your heart probably doesn't need it, but it tastes really good. And the last thing, which I have a list, and I didn't put it on there, is Southern sayings. It's not sweet tea. It's actually cherry Pepsi, but, Southern sayings. I've caught myself sometimes saying things that does not seem realistic. It seems like something you'd see in a cartoon, like, knee-high to a grasshopper, or, I do a lot of similes to give an idea of how severe something is. Like if it's hot, for example, it's hot as Satan's kitchen, or something like that. I've never said that one. But, I can't think of any off the top of my head. It's usually spur of the moment. Well, that's all I wrote in this generically designed notebook. If I can think of any other things about the South and stereotypes, I will put it together and I'll make part 2. And if you want to criticize me or prove me wrong, feel free to comment, because, I love comments, hate comments, I like comments, and I'll reply to you, so have fun. Well, that's pretty much it. I haven't been very consistent with my videos, and I apologize for that for anyone who actually watches, and I'll try my best to do a weekly thing like I had done in the beginning, but I've been sidetracked a lot, like I've said before, whether I'm doing something with work. Sometimes I go out of state to do a little bit of work. It's nothing really serious. I burped and I cut it out, sorry. It's nothing really serious, but, I just want to be able to do this a little more. It's just a fun hobby. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.